Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and today I want to try this pattern. This is 6946 on friendshipbracelets.net. It's an interesting zigzag and it's very different from the ones that I used to make, kind of going back all the way to the early 90s. Hang on, layer, transform, clockwise, sure. And then we need to enlarge it a bit. It's different because it sort of does this like quick zigzag and then a long one, which is, I don't know, it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. Like, how does that even work? I guess we can move it up another one so I can see it better up at the top. Does this not? Oh. So my guideline, I have to actually take it down one space and make sure it's lined up in the middle real good. Okay, that kind of makes a little bit of sense because this gray over here goes up 3. Oops. I'm on the wrong layer. There we go. It goes up 3 like this. And then this outside one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Like that. So that's the long row. And then this comes up a couple. Right. And then it's back in. And then this one does the long row. So those are the two shorts. Is that right? Yeah. So after the long one, it comes in 3. There's 2 right there. That's 4, and this is 4. The only thing that's really helping me is that like there's a straight, it comes out to like a straight row up at the top. So long row, and then went in, out, and then this one goes all the way up to the top again. Wow. So the start of this is going to be kind of somewhat interesting. I know from the other thing that I saw that there was like more black than there was anything else, but I kind of thought it was going to work out on some interesting kind of grid work thing, but that's not it at all. Unless I did something wrong up here. What if? No, that's no good. Well, maybe it works. Hang on. We'll see. Something is definitely wrong. I mean, it's kind of working, but it's definitely not a free flow that makes sense. I'm really at a loss for words on this one. It's really complicated. One, two, three, four. Somewhere I lost 2 strands. There should be 6. I see 1. Okay, so there's 2 here, 2 here, 4, 5. There's 1 more missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we had 6 up here. Six here. 2, 4, 5 here. Where did 1 go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's 6. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here. There we go. So there's all of our black string. It worked out. How? I have no idea. That was painful. So the colors that go into this alternate. Let's pick some more fun colors. Let's go with a red. Let's just put it in at first. We can do the underlying strings in a second. So that would be any one of these. And then like that. So that's our red. Let's go ahead and color this in. Again, I'm trying to make this as if I just saw the photo of the bracelet itself and filling it in and figuring it out. And it's a good exercise for people who are interested in coming up with new bracelet patterns and stuff. So that one's a red. Make the other color an orange. right, and then the red would be over here. Real easy to follow that strand all the way down. That's awesome. This would be an orange and this would be an orange. Also orange. That'll be red. Now the trick will be, oops, get outside the line there. The trick will be, where do these strings come from? So red again. This goes following this super easy. It shows you where the next one has to be. If we knock out the easy part here, it should make figuring out whatever's left real easy. Okay. Don't know what's going to happen with that right over on the edge. All right, let's go back up to the top. Let's do this orange. Up to the edge. Little bouncing stuff. Then we can follow this orange going up the other way. Yeah, so this is completely different from any of the zigzags I've probably ever made. Where I went for like real easy, simple stuff. These guys have definitely gone and we're like trying to do something completely different. Okay, that's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why is there 2 coming out with only 1 going in? Something's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a black string supposed to be in here. 2 going out. 2 going out. 1, 2. There's something missing here. I'm missing a string somewhere. I wish you guys could talk to me, because then you could point it out. You're probably screaming at your screen right now. Two, 4, 5. Why is there only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? This string comes in, this string comes in, and this string comes in. So there's 3 coming from the left. This one, this one, this one. Okay, rather than trying to figure out which black one is wrong, because there's something wrong here, let's put in the color ones first and see if we can't figure out from that angle. It's been a long time since I've had a pattern really stump me, and this one is definitely got me wondering, like, what the heck? Ooh, that looks like a problem. There's no other way for that to get out. So how does that orange get there? Unless that's red. No, it can't be. It has to be orange. I thought that putting in the dark colors first would make this somehow easier. Oh, that's why. There weren't 2 blacks over here, there's just 1. Oh. Oh. And this is the black string. Oh. It suddenly comes together in the last moment. Like, wow. All right. Wow. Almost stumped. Almost got me. That was complicated. So here's, you know that I do try to put my own twist on these things, not just solving the problem. That's not, you know, everything here. But what I thought would be interesting is if you look at this, it's basically dominantly moving to the left, right? It starts out and kind of goes long and then goes back to the right a little bit and then goes long, right? So my thought was if we copy and paste this along this and flip it along the center, we can get it going the other direction on the other side and it would look a little bit like mountains or something. Let's anchor the layer and merge down. There it is. And that would give it an interesting look. And I think it does. I think that's actually pretty cool. That was a much longer video because that was a lot harder than I anticipated. But I'm glad we got through it. Before I go, let's just do a quick shout out to my YouTube members. If you want to have your name on this list and help, you know, keep this whole channel going, it's real easy. It's the join button down near subscribe. It's like $4 a month and the proceeds go to buying string and supplies for all of this. So that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.